Hello, hello, hello guys, hello, welcome back to your friendly neighborhood noob, and I'm friendly. Hi! And we are back with a new series, oh my god, really? 100 Days Off. Now, you guys have seen many 100 Days Offs, 100 Days of RL Craft, 100 Days of Better Minecraft, but today we are doing 100 Days of Pixelmon. That's right, and I'm doing this because I love Pokemon, and I love Minecraft. But I've never really been very good at Pixelmon. I've never been able to understand it. But I have done some research, been looking into it. My brain has been tuning and churning. And we're going to do this. We're going to do it together. I'm so excited. We're going to jump in. We're going to do 100 days of Pixelmon. Let's go. All right, we are back. We are on day 61. And day 61 was spent terraforming out the area. Well, actually removing a lot of the dirt and stone and stuff. I wanted to do some better terraforming. Like, I'm a terraformer at heart. I've mentioned it many times. I like building, but I also like terraforming. And I believe this beautiful builds, they need the terraforming love that they hadn't got yet. So, I went through knocking out as much dirt, stone, and all that jazz as I could, and then moved on to planning out what I really wanted to do with this. Obviously, I would need to push back this natural landscaping at least 3 or 4 blocks, so I could start and make kind of like a cliff face. Having my tower and my beautiful house on top of a cliff face. It was exactly how I was envisioning. Day 62 and 63, and today was the day I started putting in the actual terraforming. Now, I decided to do a cliff face, of course, and I'm using stone, cobblestone, and dirt. Now, I have actually talked about basic terraforming before, and I'm actually bringing out a series on building later this month or next month, I believe. I think it's June or July. And it will be called Friendly Designs, so look out for that. And we'll be talking about terraforming. This is what I call the basic terraforming, though. This isn't something like over the top or crazy. This is Pixelmon. I don't want over the top crazy terraforming, and a lot of the things that I usually use don't exist. Like moss doesn't exist yet, so I can't use that. And I'd have to use vines for the mossy cobble and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not going to happen. But I got into it, and those 2 days I spent the entire time doing some beautiful terraforming. Starting on the side where there's actually the tower, and then hopefully later on I'll be moving on to the other parts. Day 64, and my terraforming actually took a different turn. Like, I'm really liking what's happening already, but it started to go around the corner towards my staircase kind of thing. The ones that take me all the way to the top. And I decided to do kind of like a rocky area. Like when you're looking at an ocean and there's like this beautiful staircase that leads down to the beach. I kind of wanted that. I kind of wanted the staircase that leads down to the beach with a lot of rocks, maybe a bit of sand. Just kind of like blend it all in rather than make a brand new piece of terraform and redo the stairs. Because I like the stairs. I like the way they look. I also then went back to the other side and started to look at it and try to get an idea of what the levels were going to be, because I did understand that it was going to be hard to match this kind of rocky area with the levels of the normal terraforming. Eventually I came with the idea of just, who cares? It's going to eventually build up to the same level, which I think was around 90, and it didn't really matter if 63 to 90 was too tall, too short. I just didn't care in the end. Day 65, I realized I was running low on cobblestone because I was using a lot of cobblestone around the stairs and the pathway down to the beach. I needed more. And because I would eventually have to make like this tunnel pattern inside of my mine, I decided to just mine out the sides so I didn't have to worry about that later. It was like 2 birds, 1 stone situation. Getting some cobblestone or even some stone, because cobblestone melted down to stone, and then coming back later and fixing it up and making it look all pretty. I still wasn't sure what I was going to put in this tunnel. Like, I looked at it and was like, something. I'm sure I'll figure out what materials and what color scheme I want to go for later, but for now, it's just looking like this, unfortunately. Day 66, and we continued on with the rocky path. I'm actually really enjoying the way it's looking, to be honest. I know, I'm talking out my own build, but you know when you like a build really like it, and you don't care if anyone else does because you built it for yourself. This is kind of the part I did, because I wanted something nice to look at while I'm walking all the way up to the top. And I also like that I made my staircase a spiral rather than just straight up, or just like, how staircases just go straight up to the platform. No, I didn't want that. I wanted something that was more spiralic. Is that even a word? Spiralic? It is now. We got a brand new word. Sporadic. But no, I really wanted to complete this and try to get it done before I continued on with the rest of the terraforming, because of course the rest of the terraforming was a lot less placing blocks and more, where do I do it? Strategic and oh, how will this look? And I step back and come back. With this one, I was just place it anywhere. It was supposed to look messy. It was supposed to look natural. There was nothing that was, you know, telling me that I had to do it a certain way. Day 67, and I decided it was time to move on. I mean, yes, I still had a little bit to go with the rocky pathway. I still had to, you know, link it up to the actual terraforming on the other side, but I still haven't even thought what I wanted to do on the other side. So instead, I moved back onto the terraforming I was doing before, just fixing it up, filling it in. It still had, like, half of it to go. I still had to go all the way around the corner. And yes, I had the other side, which I was planning something different. It was kind of the same style, but with a different formation. And for now, I just wanted to finish up what I had already planned. Day 68 and 69, we moved on to the other side. Now, why I was saying it would be different from the side we already done is that I wanted to make a private beach. You know, a little beach area for me and my Pokemon to just chill out, relax, and have a summer day. You know, you just relax on the beach and put your toes in the water. Because I'm not really a big fan of the ocean. You know, I'm terrified of what's there. You know, you can't see the bottom of it. And you know what's even more terrifying? In Pixelmon, you can literally not see the bottom of the water. I don't know how I'm going to catch water Pokemon unless I find some sort of resource pack that makes the water invisible. Either way, I started digging out or shoveling out a whole bunch of the area. I wasn't too sure how far back I wanted it to be, but I knew I just kind of connected up to what we already had when it came to the rocky path. And I did find that I probably would have to go like a bit of a corner or something because the rocky path was not lining up with what I already had. But I'd figure it out later. 2 days of clearing all the dirt in the area. We're now down to the stone, which I also found coal. But either way, we have to mine out all this area. And I knew that was probably going to take my entire pick just to get it all done. But I need the efficiency. I also wanted, you know, to get some more coal because I love coal. But I wanted to mine out this area as well, flatten the ground, and because we'd already done the dirt, all we had left to do was stone before we could just basically plan out and put in. I was really excited about doing some more terraforming because it's been like, you know, 3 days since I'd done any proper terraforming, and my brain was starting to turn to mush because I was doing the grind of materials. No one likes the grind of materials. I mean, I don't mind it if I'm in a mood. You know, you're in one of those moods where you just don't want to think about anything, don't want to do anything, you just want to collect materials. That's kind of the headspace I was at the start of this, and by the stone, I was like, you know what, I want to do stuff. I want to go do stuff. What can I do stuff? Day 71, 72, 73, 74, and 75. That's right. I took 5 days. I took 5 days to do all the terraforming on the other side. It took me a lot longer because A, the space was bigger, and B, I actually had to plan it a bit more, I don't know, strategically? Because it wasn't just simply placing down the blocks this time, it was reminding myself that it has to match up with the other side. It can't be too much of a weird shape. There's going to be a beach below it, so that the dip of the cave or cliff has to look decent. And of course, I had to get a lot of materials. So I was going backwards and forwards collecting materials, you know, smelting the stone, collecting some more cobblestone from the cave or tunnel. And yeah, it was a lot. It was a long process. I didn't expect it to take quite as long because I was hoping I'd be done a lot sooner. But hey, terraforming is unpredictable, and that's the best part about it. Yes, it makes your place look beautiful, and that's kind of why I like it. It makes it beautiful. But the important part is it looks natural and it blends in. And that's what it did. Day 76, and we were back in the tunnel. You know, I'm kind of liking my mind. I do. I am worried that I haven't left enough space that I will probably bump my head as I go down these stairs. But who cares? You know, who cares? I still have to clear out the area. I probably need some more cobble. Well, I definitely need some more cobble. There was no probably about it. I also need to collect the diorite later. But at the moment, it was cobble and clearing. That's all I had to think about. Getting more cobble for the terraforming. I couldn't believe how much cobble I was using. Like, in most situations, I would never use this amount of cobble. But when it comes to terraforming, instantly, everything that you usually would try to throw away, like dirt and cobble, is suddenly very useful. People would give me, you know, shulkers full of it in the SMP, and I was like, thank you. But either way, I did need a lot of it, and I did need to finish off the terraform before the end of this episode. Day 77 and 78. I finished up the terraforming. I was so proud of myself. You know, I had a lot to do when I started the day 77, and I was looking at it like, how am I going to get this done in 3 days? But luckily, it only took me 2, and I was really happy with it. I did take care, you know, to make sure it still looked decent. I don't want to rush it, because a lot of people just rush a project when they get too worried about time. I wasn't too worried. I thought I could get it done by the end of the episode, and I was happy to have time left over. It looked great. Well, in my opinion, it looked great. I'm sure other people would tell me it looks terrible, and I'm sure they'd let me know in the comments below. But I liked it. I liked it, especially because Pixelmon just the update just isn't the same when it comes to Minecraft. Trying to make something good in older Minecraft is hard. I didn't realize how hard, honestly. Day 79. We had finished the terraforming, but the ground still needed some work. I cleared out a lot of dirt and sand and then filled back in the sand just in spots that needed to be rather than just randomly placed. I just wanted to have this like sandy moat all the way around, so I made sure there was kind of a river. I might deal with that later on. Maybe if I ever do the series again, I'll make a little bridge or something, or I'll do something with it, get some lily pads. But at the moment, I just wanted the river to run all the way around, so it just became an island. Yeah, it was suddenly my island, and I really liked that. I made sure that everything was finished with the terraforming. I didn't have anything left to do, so the next day I wouldn't have to worry. It did take me some time because, you know, water physics isn't the best, but I'm glad that it wasn't a really early version of Minecraft where they have to do the water blocks. That would have been hell. Finally, day 80. Day 80 hit, and I wasn't too sure what to do. So instead, I did what I wanted to do in the next episode. You know, the final episode, I had a few decoration plans, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to move the apricorns. I wanted more of them. I wanted it to look like an apricon orchard or apricon vineyard, where they're all in like lines with a path between each one, so you could go in between them. And I really wanted the space to be bigger. I wanted to make it bigger, make it look better, and just, you know, because we had more space, especially because of the terraforming, I could push it further back. The other thing was food. Now that I had more space, I could also push back the food source, which was potatoes. I could make it bigger, I could make it wider, I could make it more extravagant. I was just living on the fact that I had so much more space and I didn't have to really, you know, sacrifice anything. And that's what I did in the final day. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching 100 Days of Pixelmon with your friendly neighborhood noob. And that's me. I'm Fanny. Hi. Hi, everyone. And yeah, it's been great. It's been great. We're to episode 4, where we just finished episode 4, and we have one more episode. One more episode till we hit 100 days. Oh my god. It's been so fun, actually. I've really been able to do my terraforming and building, all kinds of stuff that I've brought from my other Minecraft worlds into this. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to eat your spaghetti and, you know, goodbye. I'll see you next time. Don't forget, you go catch your Pokemon, okay? Go catch your Pokemon.